Now that you're seated and ready to stay, I welcome you all to our world, Polo Bay. We're at Leonato's. He governs this place, a humble abode with plenty of space. I'm new here myself, just come back from war, with a note in my hand to tell him the score. We won. I fought for Don Pedro. He's not far away. I'm placing my bet. A month here we'll stay. We brawled with our hands for this stellar nation, and thus we have earned a huge celebration. This note should persuade or give some assistance. There he is now, just off in the distance. I often have visions and the ability to hide. Place all faith in me and call me your guide. Oh.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro from Aragon comes this night to Polo Bay.
He was very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
How many men has he lost in the victory?
Oh, but few of any sort and none of names.
A victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I read in this letter that Don Pedro bestows much honour on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
Ooh.
He hath indeed better bettered expectation than you must expect of me to tell you how.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
There was none in the army, lady, of any sort.
My cousin being Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as e'er he was.
You had musty victual, and he hath helped to eat it. He is a very valiant trenchman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
Oh, and a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a
A
lord?
lord to a lord, and a man to a man, stuffed with all honourable virtue.
Oh, it is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. I'm the stuffing. Well, we are all mortals.
You must not mistake my niece, sir. There is a merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedict. They never meet, but there is a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by it. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and so now is the whole man governed with 1. So that if he has enough wit to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse! For it is all the wealth that he had left to be known a reasonable creature. I pray you, who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
Is possible.
Oh, very easily possible. He wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat, it ever changes with the next block.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your book.
Oh no! And he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion now? Is there no young squarer now that will take a voyage with him to the devil?
He is in the most company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord! He will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he hath caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Too good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro to approach.
Good Signor Leonato, you have come to meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, yet you encounter it?
Never has trouble come to my house in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart, sorrow abides, and happiness takes her leave.
You embrace your charge too easily. I think this must be your daughter?
Her mother has many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
No, Signor Benedict, for then you were but a child.
You have it full, Benedict. We may tell by this what you are, being a man. The lady, however, fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honourable father.
If Signor Leonardo be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Apollo Bay is like him, Stephen.
I wonder that you would still be speaking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
Oh, what, my dear lady? Disdain?
Oh.
Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed her to Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain when you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies. Only you except. And I would I could find in my heart I'd not a hard heart, but truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humour for that. I had rather hear a dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves.
God, keep your ladyship still in that mind. So some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twas such a face as yours were.
You are a rare parrot teacher.
Oh, a bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good it continue. I keep your way. In God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
This is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Benedict, Signor Claudio, my good friend Leonato hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay at least a month. And he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer. I swear he is no hypocrite, but prays from the heart.
If you have sworn it, my lord, it shall not be forsworn. My lord, I welcome you. Being reconciled with your brother the prince, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Please, your grace, lead on.
Oh, your hand, Leonato. We shall go together. Of course, of course, of course.
Come on,
You know the daughter of Signor Leonardo.
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Well, is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me, as an honest man should do, for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom as a professed tyrant to this?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, Faith, methinks she's too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome. But being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Buddy, Benedict! Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray you tell me truly how thou likest her.
Could you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow, or do you play the flouting jack to tell us Cupid is a good hair finder and Vulcan a rare carpenter? Come, in what key shall a man take you to go on the song?
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that I ever looked on.
Oh, I can yet see without spectacles, and I see no such matter. Now there's her cousin, and were she not possessed with a fury, exceeds her in beauty as much the 1st of May as the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband. Have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary.
Is it come to this? Has not the world one man, but he will wear his cap with suspicion? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Ah, go to, Faith. and thou wilt needs thrust thy neck into a yoke, wear the print of it, and sigh away Sundays. Ah, look, Don Pedro's returned to seek you.
What secret hath kept you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
Ah, I would your grace constrain me to tell.
Oh, I charge thee, on thy allegiance.
Oh, you hear, Count Claudio? I can be as secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so. But on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love.
Oh.
With who? Now, that is your grace's mind. Mark how short his answer is.
With hero Leonato's short daughter.
Amen if you love her, for the lady is well worthy.
You speak to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I spoke my thought.
And by my troth, I spoke mine.
And by my two-faced troth, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I do know.
I don't only to feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I shall die in it at the stake.
Thou wert ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
That a woman concede me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I would have a retreat winded in my forehead, or hang my bugle and an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. Because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any, I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for which I will go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with hunger, with sickness, my lord, not with love.
Well, if ever thou dost fall from this faith, thou wilt prove a notable argument.
If I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me. And he that hits me, let him be clapped on the shoulder and called Adam.
Well, as time shall try. In time, the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
Savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let him be vilely painted. And in such great letters as they write, here is good horse to hire, let them signify under my sign, here may you see Benedict, the married man.
Well, you temporize with the hours. In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonato's, commend me to him, and tell him I will not fail him at supper, for he hath indeed made great preparation.
I have almost enough matter in me for such an embassage, so I commit.
My liege, your highness may do me good here.
My love is thine for teach. Teach it but how, and you will see how apt it is to learn any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She is his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord. When you went on this ended action, I looked on her with a soldier's eye, that liked, but had a rougher task at hand than to drive a liking to the name of love, but, well, now I am returned, and that war thoughts have left their spaces vacant, and in their rooms come thronging soft, delicate desires, all prompting me to how fair young Hero is, saying I loved her ere I went to war.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, and tire the hero with a book of words. Thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. And I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have them. I know we shall have revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero that I am Claudio. And in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then afterwards with her father I will break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds. Therefore the sadness is without limit. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it benefits my blood to be disdained of all. For it must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain. I'm trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a club. Therefore, I've decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. So in the meantime, let me be that I am. And seek not to alter me. Oh. Who comes here? What news brought you?
I have come yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is being royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? What is he for a fool who betroths himself to unquietness?
Marry! This is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
Oh, proper squire. And who? Who? Which way looks he?
On Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
A very forward march, chick. How came you to this?
Being entertained for a perfumer as I was smoking a musty room, comes me, the prince, and Claudio hand in hand in sad conference. And I whipped me behind the arras, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince will woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, come. Let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him any way, I bless myself every way. You are now sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Their cheer is the greater that I am subdued. Would the cook were of my mind. Shall we go prove what's to be done?
I wait upon your lordship.
drinking? Everyone seems to be cheery and hearty. Let's take a quick overview of the party. They've all decided it's best to be drinking. I hope we're okay with the amount that we're sinking. Hey, who over there's the driver designated?
If you're asking me, safety's not overrated!
I feel that this place has a real strong connection for people being able to find some affection. Like me. I've learned I love to give. Who knows, I may just stay here and live. Now here goes Don John. Don't know why he's seething. I'll tell you right now, I'm the last one here leaving.
Oh, that's the limbo.
Yes!
Was not Count John at supper?
I thought he not. How tightly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after. He is of a very melancholy disposition. He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedict. One is too like an image and says nothing. The other too like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
Then half of Signor Benedict's tongue on Don John's face, and half of Don John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's tongue.
With a good leg, uncle, and a good foot, and money enough in his purse.
Out of my pockets, girl.
Such a man would win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
They will never get to your husband if you be so shrewd of thy tongue.
Oh, it fates is too cursed.
Too
cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way. For it is said, God sends a cursed cow, short horns. And to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
Therefore, by being too cursed, God will send you no horn. I didn't
Just
mean
if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him on my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I had rather lie in the woolen.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
Oh, what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman. He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me. And he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore, I will even take sixpence in earnest to the bear ward and lead his apes into hell.
Then, Beatrice, go you into hell.
Oh, no, but to the gate, and there will the devil meet me like an old cuckold with horns on his head and say, get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here's no place for you maids. And so deliver I up my apes and away to St. Peter's. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, daughter, I hope that you at least be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you.
True.
Yet for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Beatrice, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Oh, not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, Uncle, I'll not.
Remember what we spoke of? If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer, huh? Yeah. Shall we party? Neville! The revelers are here!
Magic trick time! I'll need a volunteer, you sir. You sir. Senor! Hold this for me, senor.
Oh, yes. Oh, look, it's long and colourful. This?
Yes, for my famous disappearing trick.
It's magic!
What's this, young man? Very good.
Time to dance the Apollo!
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
Say you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when pleasing to say so?
When I like your favor. For God defend the lute should be like the cave.
Speak low if you speak low.
Well, I would you did like me.
And so would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Well, which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
Oh, I love you the more. The hearers may cry. Amen.
God, match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
And God, keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, Clark.
Oh, no more words. The clock is... Answer.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and then I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Why, this was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I am sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what's he?
Why, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. None but libertines delight in him, and the commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Are you not Signor Benedict? You know me well. I am he. Signor, you're very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hera. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man yet. How know you he loves her? I heard him swear his affection.
And I did too, and heard him swear he will marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet. Answer I to the name of Benedict, but hear this ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office of affairs and love. Therefore, let all hearts in love use their own tongues. And let every eye negotiate for itself, for beauty is a witch. Whose charms faith melteth into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof which I mistrusted not. Therefore, farewell, hero.
Come, Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next widow, about your business, County, for the prince hath got your hair.
Well, I wish him joy of her.
Spoken like an honest.
I pray you, leave me.
Poor hurt fowl. Now he will creep into sedges.
The Lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool? Ha! It may be I go under that title because I am married. Yea, but I am apt to do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. It is the base though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Good, Signor. Where's the Count? Have you seen him?
Troth, my lord, I've played the part of Lady Fame. I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of his young lady.
Oh, the Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told me she is much wronged by you. Oh.
She misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I'd been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great Thor, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were none living near her. She would infect to the North Star.
Look, here she comes.
Oh, will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now, to the antipodes he can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, bring you the length of Prester John's foot, fetch you a hair off the great champ's beard, do you any ambassadors to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with that harpy. You have no employment for me?
None but to desire your company.
God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue!
Oh, Benedict. Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry, once before he won it of me with false dice. Therefore your grace may well say I have lost it. I have bought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
How now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither.
Come, Claudio. I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his approval obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Good Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace have made the match, and all men shall say amen to it.
Amen!
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence were the perfectest herald of joy. I were but happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself to you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord. I thank it. It keeps me on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she's our cousin.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I. And I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey-ho for a husband.
Oh, my lady, I shall get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Have your grace ne'er a brother like you. Your father got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me, I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. And to be merry best becomes you, for in truth you were born in a merry hour.
No, my lord. My mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy!
Calm yourself, Claudia.
By my troth, a pleasant, spirited lady.
There is little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. For she is never sad but when she sleeps, and not even sad then. For I've often heard my daughter say she has dreamt of unhappiness and woke herself with laughter. It's a paradigm, a para word.
She cannot endure hear tell of a husband.
Oh, my lord, she mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
My lord, if they were married a week, they would talk themselves mad.
County Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. time goes on crutches till love have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence a 7 day, and a time or two brief to have my questions all answered. That's strong wine, isn't it?
Oh, you shake your head at so long a breathing, but I warrant thee, the time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of the tasks of Hercules, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt but not to fashion it if you three will give me such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, I am for you.
As am I, my lord.
And you two, gentle hero?
I would do any modest office, my lord, to bring my cousin to a good husband.
Huzzah!
I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict.
Yes, yes.
And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict that in spite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. We are the only love gods. Come inside and I shall tell you my friend.
He's got major plans about topping Cupid. I hope that it works without looking stupid. For Benedict and Beatrice, they wage merry war. It will not be easy to make them adore. I drew bow myself and aimed it at Margaret. My loneliness here means I missed the target. Now look at this place. We're going to need a cleaner. Here comes Don John. Could he get any meaner?
It is so. Count Claudio will marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yea, my lord, but I can't cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinal to me. I am sick and displeasure to him. And whatsoever comes aboard, his affection ranges evenly with mine.
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Only briefly.
Well, I think I told your lordship a year since how much I'm in the favour of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman on the hero.
I remember.
Well, I can at any unseasonable instant of the night appoint her to look out at her lady chamber's window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince, your brother, and spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honour in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation you do highly hold up, to a contaminated stale, one such as hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo hero and kill Leonardo, and look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them, I will endeavour anything. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats. I will presently go learn their day of marriage.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviours to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music in him but the drum and the fife.
And now had he rather hear the tabor and the pipe? Beep, potatoes.
It was wont to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man and soldier. And now he has turned all sulky things. His words are a very fantastical banquet. Just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I think not. I will not be sworn that love may transform me to an oyster, but I'll take my oath on it. Till he hath made her an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is yet I am well. Another wise. Yet I am well. Another virtuous. Yet I am well. But till all graces come in one woman, one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be. Well, that's certain. Wise? Yeah. Or none. Virtuous? Oh, I'll never cheapen her. Fair? Or I'll never look on her. Mild? Or come not near me. Of good discourse. An excellent musician. And her hair shall be interesting, but what colour it please God? Ha. Here comes the prince and Monsieur Love. I shall hide me.
This is the native tree I spoke of, Prince. Yes, that one.
See you where Signor Benedict has hid himself? Come, Leonardo. What was that you told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, was in love with Benedict?
Yes!
Stalk on the foul sits. I never thought that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful she should dote on Signor Benedict, who in all her outward behaviour she seemed to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in this corner?
Oh, my lord, I cannot tell what to believe, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is beyond the infinite of thought.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Babe like enough.
Oh, my lord, counterfeit. Never has counterfeit of passion been so near the life of passion as she deserveth.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Oh, bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you? You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How, pray you?
You were supposed to go.
No, you, I've said my mind.
You were supposed to go with something about a cat.
Over there.
Oh, you amaze me. I would have thought her spirit invincible against all such assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it too, my lord, especially against Signor Benedict.
I should think this a gull, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it, knavery cannot sure hide itself in such reverence.
But he hath taken the bait. Hold it up, hold it up.
Has she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, my lord, and swears she never will. This is her torment.
'Tis true. So your daughter says. Shall I, she says, that I have so often counted him with scorn, write to him that I love him.
Ah, this she says, my daughter says so. Or she'll be up 20 times a night and sit there in her smock till she has writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells all.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper, I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Yeah.
Between the sheets. When she...
Oh, when she had writ it, and upon reading it, found our Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets. She tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself. How could she be so immodest to write to one she knew would flout her? I measure him, she said. By my own spirits I should flout him, though I love him. If he write to me, yea, I should.
And then she falls to her knees and beats at her heart and tears her hair and prays, curses. Oh, Benedict, God give me patience.
This she does, my daughter does say so. and the ecstasy has so overborne her that my daughter is sometime afeard that she will do a terrible, terrible outrage to herself. It is very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it. By some other, if she will not discover it.
Really?
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
True. And he did, it were in arms to hang him, for she is an excellent, sweet lady.
Yeah.
And out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
Yes, and she is exceeding wise.
In everything except loving Benedict.
Oh, my lord, never has wisdom and blood so combined in such a tender body. And we have 10 proofs to 1, my lord, that blood is the victor. And I have just cause been her uncle and guardian.
Now, would she had bestowed this dotage on me, I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself.
I am.
I pray you, tell Benedict of it and see what I will say.
Were it good, you think?
Hero thinks surely she will die. For she says she will die if he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed frosting.
Oh, the lady does well. For she should make tender of her love. 'Tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you all know, hath a contemptible spirit.
Contemptible.
He is a very proper man.
Oh. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love? No!
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Oh, that were impossible. She would wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear more of it from your daughter. Let it cool a while. I love Benedict well, and wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is of so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
Oh,
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
the same net must be spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. The sport will be when they hold one an opinion of each other's dotage and no such matter. That's the scene I would like to see, which would merely be a dumb show. Let's send her to call him in for supper.
Brilliant. How did you think of these things?
Me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are. I think of you day and night, night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go?
It can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. Oh, it seems her affections have their full bent. Love me! Why, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say too that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I never did think to marry. I must not seem proud. Don't seem proud, don't seem proud. Happy are they that can hear their detractions and put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis not true. I cannot reprove it. And virtuous. Oh, 'tis so, I can bear them witness. And wise.
But for loving me,
Smart asses. By my troth, there's no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I shall be horribly in love with her! Oh, I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wits broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves a meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets of the brain, or a man from the career of a humour? No. The world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I would live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By the stake, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her. Whoop, yeah, 500. 800. 500 to go. No, 1,003.
Against my will, I am sent to bid thee come to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank thee for thy pains. Pains? Oh.
Took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message.
Yay, just so much as you should take at a knife's point and choke a door with all.
Oh!
You have no stomach, senor? Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come to dinner. There's double meaning in that. Oh, I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That's as much to say any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not pity her, then I am a villain. If I do not love her, then I am a Jew. I will go get her picture.
No, truly, Margaret. I know her spirit is quite as wild as haggard off the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
Oh, so says the prince. And my new trust lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them that if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall count upon?
Oh, God of love! I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man. But nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn rise sparkling in her eyes, prizing what they look on. And her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor project of affection, she's so self-endeared. Ha! Ah! Ah!
Sure, I think so. And therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport of it.
Wife, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man how wise and how noble, young, how rarely featured, that she would spell him backwards. Sometimes he stands the wrong side out and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so ardent from old fashions as Beatrice is cannot be commendable. Oh, but who dared tell her so? If I should speak, she would knock me into air, or she would laugh me out of myself. Press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away with sighs. Waste inwardly. It were a better death to die with moths, which is as bad as to die with tickling.
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No. Yes! I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. And truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousinry. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have. as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Bennet.
He is the only man of Apollo Bay. Always excepting my dear Claudio.
I pray you, madam, be not angry with me, speaking my fancy. Signor Benedict, for shape, for bearing, argument, and goes foremost in report to Apollo Bay.
He has an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Oh, come, let's go in, and I'll show thee some attires and how they counsel which is best to furnish thee tomorrow.
She's lined. I warrant you. We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by half. Some Cupid killed with arrows, and some with crowns. What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hands. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, when I believe it, better than reporting me.
I but stay till your marriage be consummate. Then I go towards sorting out.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you vouchsafe me.
Claudio. No, that were as great a soil in the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and then forbid him to wear it. Ah, no. I will only be bold with Benedict for his company. For from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all man. He has twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstring. And the little hangman dare not shoot at him any longer. His heart is a bell, and his tongue is the clapper. For when his heart thinks, his tongue rattles.
Gallants! I am not as I have been.
Oh, Signor Benedict, methinks you are sad.
Well, I hope you be in love.
I have a toothache.
Oh, what? Sigh for a toothache.
Well, everyone can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
The greatest show of it is his melancholy.
Nay, but his jesting spirit, which has now crept into a lute string governed by stops.
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale. Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
Oh, that what I know. I warrant it's one who knows him not.
Oh, Lord! Walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak with you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
Oh, hobby horses. Hobby horses.
By my life, to break with him about Beatrice. Oh, 'tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts as Beatrice, so those bears won't fight next time they meet.
We are the champions. No time for
Benedict. The Lord and brother, God save you.
Good brother.
If your leisure served, I wish to speak with you.
Oh, in private?
If it may please you. Yes, Count Claudio may hear, for what it would speak of concerns him.
Oh, what's the matter?
Means your lordship be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know. Well, if there be any impediment, I pray you discover it. You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I now will manifest. For my brother, and I think he holds you well, in dearness of heart, hath helped to effect your coming marriage. Surely suits ill spent and labour ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, the circumstances shortened, she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal. Hero? Even she. Leonato's hero. Your hero. Every man's hero. Disloyal. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, you will see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you still love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better suit your honour to change your mind. May this be so?
Will not think it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will go with me tonight, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly. If I see anything tonight, why I should not wed her tomorrow in the congregation, and where I should wed, I will shame her!
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee in disgracing her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly, but till midnight. Let the issue show itself.
I love a lawful country, a land of cups and chains, of rascals and ragged varlets. This wide-bound land belongs to me.
Well,
indeed.
Well, what have we here, neighbour Burgess? A little party-warty, yes? And did you forget to invitation the local constabulary officer and his deputy? Did you? Well, neighbour Burgess, get out the book, please. And put these four good people in it for failing to invitation the constabulary to their festivalities. Seat number.
7.
Very good. Do you have a ticket, son? Right, neighbour Rogers, put this young man in the book for failing to produce an appropriate ticket upon being propositioned by an officer. And to the rest of you, let this be a stern warning, for the book is not a place you want to wind up in. Stand by, neighbour Rogers, while I inspect the troops. Are you good men and true?
Yea, or else it were a pity they would suffer salvation, body and soul.
Are being chosen for the Prince's watch? Yes, the Prince's watch. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all Wagram men. You are to bid any man stand in the Prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
I may take no note of him, but let him go. And take no note of him neither. And presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God that you are rid of a knave.
He will not stand when he is bidden. He is none of the Prince's subjects.
True, true, am I to meddle with none but the Prince's subjects. You will also make no noise in the streets. For the watch to babble and talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
They should rather sleep.
Yes, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman, Burgess, for I cannot say our sleeping shall offend. Oh, right, who did that? Right, you, neighbour Burgess, put this man in the book for elbowing the local constabulary in the abdomen using weird detachment voodoo powers. What's that? Right, hand that over. Hand me that pouch. Right, neighbour Burgess, put this man in the book
for attempting to proposition an officer's property. That reminds me, if you meet a thief in the night, you may suspect him, by virtue of your office, to be no true man. And for such kind of men, whatever less you meddle or make with them, whatever more is for your honesty.
You have always been a merciful man, partner.
Oh, not letting a dog by my will, much less any man who hath any honesty in him.
It's very true.
There's permission to laugh at my witty joke. Well, masters, good night. And there be any matter of weight chances, call up me. Call up me. Come, neighbour. Which way are we going? Thank you. One more word, honest neighbours. I pray you watch about Signor Leonato's door, for there being a wedding there tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Oh. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you. Which way are we going? Thank you. Scatter! Oh, never mind us! What have you done? Get started again! It's the ticker! It's the ticker! No, you fell victim to my second witty joke for tonight. Big fake heart attack. What are you doing? Well, you can't put me in the book.
Oh, yes, I can.
Yeah, whatever. I will exonerate myself later. What's that? Peace! Stir not! Some treason, masters, yet stand close.
I have tonight wooed Margaret, the Lady Hero's gentle woman, by the name of Hero. I should first tell thee how the Prince, Claudio, and my master, planted by my master Don John, saw this amiable encounter. And they thought Margaret was Hero! And away went Claudio in rage!
Oh, hello there, you naughty, naughty varlet! I heard everything, and guess what? You're next!
What?
We charge you in the Prince's name! Stand, I can tell the work out, can't you? Oh, we have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was known in the Commonwealth.
Masters!
Never speak. We charge you, let us obey you to go with us.
Likely to prove a good commodity being taken up by these men's bills. Come! I'll obey you!
Yes, you will. And you'll come with us to Signor Leonato.
Yes, Signor Leonato.
And not Signor Leonato!
Yes! Signor Leonato!
What would you have with me, good neighbours?
Signor Leonato. No, sir. I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Pray you be brief, for you see it is a busy time for me.
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
Well, what is it, good neighbour?
Oh, well, Goodman Burgess speaks a little of the matter, her wits are not so blunt as God help I wish they were, but honest as the skin between her bones.
Yes, I thank God I'm as honest as any man living. No man honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Palabras, neighbor Burgess.
Ole.
Ole, indeed.
Neighbours, you are tedious.
Oh, it please your worship to say so, but we are the poor Duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all on your worship.
All of thy tediousness upon me, eh? I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, I will tonight, accepting your worship's presence, attain an arrant knave as any in Polo Bay.
Now, good old one, sir, she will be talking. As they say, when the glasses are on the face, the wit is right out of the head. God help us, it's a world to see. Well said, in faith, neighbour Burgess. Well, God's a good man, and two men ride of a horse, and then one must ride behind the horse. Well, you two men.
Yes.
Oh, well, none of
neighbour.
us so by my troth she is as ever broke bread.
Yes.
But God is to be worshipped. All men are not alike. Alas, good neighbour.
He comes too short of you, neighbour.
Gifts that God gives.
Well, neighbours, I must leave you.
One more word, sir.
What?
Our watch tonight have indeed comprehended this auspicious person, and we would have him this morning examined before your worship.
Take the examination yourself and have him brought before me. As you can see, good constable, I am in haste.
Yes. Well, it shall be sufficient, sir.
Here, have some wine. There you go.
Oh, much obliged, much obliged. You didn't say nothing. Go, good partner, go. Get you to Francis C. Cole. Beat him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination this man.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare no wit, I warrant you. His that shall drive some of him to a non-com. Well, Henry, get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail. Which way is it, sir? Thank you.
You can tell from my garb, I've changed my vocation. I've wagered my life on the divine destination. I think that it's time that we changed our location. This is no place to hold congregation. Stand up, come with me. Everything's set. Hero is soon to arrive. And one might expect a nervous father of the bride. The weather is perfect. What more could you wish? There's just one more thing.
Is it chicken or fish?
The suspense is too much. Go now, bring her here. I predict this be dubbed Wedding of the Year.
Come, Prime Francis, be brief to the plain form of marriage. You can recount their particular details later.
You come hither, Lord, to marry this lady?
No.
To be married to her, Friar. You come to marry her. I play on words.
It's the first time.
Friar.
You come hither, lady, to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you have any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any count?
I dare make his answer none.
Oh, what men dare do. What men may do. What men daily do without knowing what they do. Stand thee by, Friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely as God did give me her.
And what have I to give you back whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you lend me noble thankfulness.
Darling! Take her back
back again! Give not this rotten orange to your friend!
What?
She is but the sign and semblance of her honour. Oh, behold how, like a maid, she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover withal? Comes not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were made by her exterior shows, but she is none? She knows the heat of luxurious bed.
My lord,
her
my
blood
lord.
is guilty is not modesty.
What do you mean?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul with an approved wanton.
My lord, if in your proof you have vanquished the resistance of a youth and laid waste to her virginity, I
know
can
what you would say,
understand.
Leonato. If I have known her, she would embrace me as a husband too.
Yes.
Extenuate beforehand, see, no. No, Leonato, no. I never tempted her with word too large. But as a brother to a sister, showed her bashful sincerity and comely love.
See, Diana, the other wife to you.
I will write against it. You seem to me as Diane in her orb, as chaste as the bud ere it were blown, but you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus. All those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wise?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonoured that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Oh, Leonardo, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is it the prince's brother? Is that face hero?
All this is so, my lord, but what of it?
Let me but prove one question to your daughter, and by the fatherly and kindly power that you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I bid thee, as I my daughter, do so.
Oh God, defend me how I am beset! What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry, that can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's verse. What man was he? Talked with you yesternight at your window betwixt the hours of 12 and 1. Now, if you are made answer to this true.
I thought you no man in an hour, my
Why
lord.
then you are no maiden. Leonato, I am sorry you must hear, but upon my honour, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her and hear her at that hour last night talk with a ruffian at her chamber windows, who hath, like a most liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times.
They are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offence to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment. Oh, hero! What a hero hast thou been if half thy outward graces were placed about thy counsels of the heart! Farewell. Farewell, most foul, most fair. You are in piety and in pious purity. For thee, I will lock up the gates of love, and on my eyelids will conjecture hang, turning all thoughts of beauty into harm, and never will be more gracious. Has no man taken here a point for me? Come. These things come thus to light. Mother her spirits up.
Hero! Hero! Uncle! Senor Benedict,
Oh, fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
Oh, no, cousin Hero!
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why does not every earthly creature cry shame upon her? Oh, could she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not leave me! Do not open thy eyes! For did I not think they would quickly die? Thought I thy shame was stronger than thy spirit? Myself would, in reward of reproaches, strike at thy life. Grieved I had but one. Should I that under frugal nature's frame? Why have I had one by thee? Why have I ever had one? Why was there ever lovely in my eyes? She has fallen. She has fallen into a pit of ink that the sea has dropped too few to clean and salt too little to season her foul, tainted flesh.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I'm so attired in wonder, I know not what to see.
Oh, my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not, but until last night I have this 12 months been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Confirmed! Would the two princes lie? Would Claudio lie when loving her so washed her with tears? Henceforth, let her die!
Hear me a little! Trust not my reading nor my observation, which with experimental seals abhorrent the tenor of my book. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling not divinity, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
What will this do, friar? Thou conceiest that all the graces she has left is that we will not add to her sin the damnation of perjury. Why seekest thou to cover what appears in proper nakedness? Why, friar?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me, I know none. If I know more of any man alive than that with maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my father! Pray you that any man with me conversed hours unleash, or that I, yesternight, may take the charge of words with any creature. Refuse me! Hate me! Torture me to death!
There is some strange misprison in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honor, and if their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard.
If they speak the truth, these hands will tear at her! But if they have wronged her honor, the proudest of them shall hear of it.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here the princess left for dead? Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed.
Oh, what will come of this? What will this do, friar?
She dying, as it must be maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every era. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the very idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination. And every lovely organ of her life shall come apparelled in more precious habit than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn, and wish he had not so accused her.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you.
Though I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away. Come, lady. Dying to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I shall not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much might a man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way.
May
No
a man
such
do
friend.
it.
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is that not strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were possible for me to say I love nothing in the world so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear by it, and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest. I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart. None is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudia.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to dinner. Farewell.
Tarry, fair Beatrice.
I am gone though I am here. There is no love in you. I pray you, let me go.
Beatrice!
In faith, I will go.
Beatrice!
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with thine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor! Oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace!
Hear me, Beatrice!
Sweet hero! She is wronged! She is slandered! She is undone!
Beatrice!
Oh, that I were a man for her sake! Or that I had any friend would be a man for my sake! I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grief.
Tarry, good Beatrice! By this hand I love thee!
Oh, use it for thy love some other way than swearing by it!
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea. As sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him. I kiss your hand and thereupon I leave you. By this hand Claudio shall render me a dare account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead.
Who was it said 'twill be wedding of the year? Now Benedict is charged to put Claude on his ear. The plan for us now, Hero's death. Simulated. To flush out the doers of this crime perpetrated. So come now with me as the vows have dissolved. The riddle of this must needs be resolved. We arrive at the venue of official trial, where this man will continue on a path of denial. He must be examined by all proper means to get to the bottom of these sordid schemes.
Excuse me, mate, you got a smoke?
No, I don't. I'm a man of the cloak.
Some gum?
Not one. Right. Sorry about that. Now, what was I saying?
Excuse me, mate, what game are you playing? What's the case? You going to be going or staying? Or...
Actually, I was thinking of praying.
Well, do it quietly, would you? Don't give me that look. Look, you got a few ducats. You see, my mum's real crook. I never get the bus to come across town.
I shall give you no money, nor will I stay. Remember these words: crime does not pay. On your shoe. You're in trouble.
Turn up. Is our whole dissembly appeared?
Oh, a stolen cushion for the sexton.
And Burgess, please put firefighters in the book for failing to present seatage for our most revered sexton.
Oh, you'll go in the
Why
book more
you?
than that.
Don't give me that look. Please put him in the book for making a funny face at me as well. Thank you, that'll be all. Thank you, that'll be all. Right.
Which be the malefactors?
Oh, no, that I'm I and my partner.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined?
Oh, what is your name, friend? What is yours? Play you right down, Bellaccio. Bellaccio! Do you serve God?
Yea, sir, I hope.
Well, right down, he hopes he serve God. And, pray you right down God first, for God defend, but God should go before such a villain! Master, it is proved already that you're a little better than a false knave, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. Well, how answer you for yourself?
Sir, I say to you that I am none.
Oh. That will change your answer?
No, that will be fine.
Right. Have you it down that he is none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine.
Thank you.
You must call forth the watch that is his accuser.
Oh, well, yea, no, that is the eftest way. Well, come. Pardon me, sir. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and the truth so help you God?
I do.
I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse this man.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Oh, why is this flat perjury to call the prince's brother a villain? I pay me not a piece. I do not like my look. I promise thee.
What heard you him say, El?
Marry, that he'd received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongly.
Oh, flat burglary as ever was committed.
Yea, by mass, that it is.
What else?
And that the Count Claudio did mean upon his word to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain! Oh, thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this!
What else?
This is all?
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this, suddenly died. Master Constable, let this man be bound and brought to Leonato's.
Oh, yes.
I will go before and show him the examination. Let him be in the hand!
Yes, come now, neighbour voters. Let him be opinion.
Off, customs!
God, my life, where's the sexton? Where is the sexton? Let her write down the prince's officer. Coxcomb! Oh! Come, bind him, thou naughty varlet.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that she were here to write me down ass! But neighbour, remember that I am an ass, though not be writ down, yet forget not that I am an ass. Oh, no, thou villain. Thou villain, thou art full of piety, as shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise man, and what is more, an officer, and what is more, a householder, and what is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any in Apollo Bay. And one that knows the law. Go to. Bring him away! Oh, that I had been writ down ass. Ow!
Clearly. Now that varlet got his comeuppance, sold his soul for no more than a tuppence. Seems his master has left him deserted to this. Leonardo has now been alerted. The prince is planning on leaving this place. After all, his pride has been disgraced. And if we are to see this retreat, 'tis best we move back to our original seat.
Good day.
Good day to you.
Here, my lord.
We have some haste, Leonardo.
Oh, you have some haste, lord. Well, fare you well. You have some haste now. Well, all is one, my lord.
Nay, do not quarrel with us. Good old man.
Who wrongs him? Who wrongs me? Who wrongs me? Thou dost, thou dissembler. Thou hast so wronged my innocent child and me that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with grey hair and bruise of many day, boy, do challenge thee to trial of a man, boy. Thy shame has gone through and through her heart. She lies buried in a tomb with her ancestors, a tomb where slander never lived, framed to by thy villainy.
My villainy!
Aye,
My villainy!
thy villainy! Thine, I say!
Thou say not right, old man!
I'll prove it upon his body if he dare, despite his nice fence and active practice. And may youth broom of lust.
I will not have to do with you.
Oh, can thou dast me, boy? Thou hast killed my child. If thou kill me, boy, thou kill a man.
My
come,
is
come.
sorry for your daughter's death, but upon my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of truth.
My lord!
I will not hear you!
No bother then. I will be heard.
Oh, see. Here comes the man we went to seek.
Good day, my lord.
What news, senor?
I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are in high-proof melancholy and would fain have it beaten out of us. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Oh, by my life, he looks pale. Are you sick or angry?
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, but what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. I will leave you now to your gossip-like humour. You brag jests as braggarts do their blades, which God be thanked, hurt not. My lord, for your many services I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard has fled from Hollow Bay. You among you have killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with you.
He is in earnest.
Most profound earnest.
And have challenged thee.
Come you hither, Shiver. If justice cannot tame you, she shall bear way more reasons in her bones.
And you be a cursing me hypocrite once, you must be looked to.
Of thou...
Hello!
What offence hath this man done?
Marry, sir. Pardon me. He has committed false report. Moreover, he has spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. 6. And lastly, he has belied a lady. Thirdly, he has verified unjust things. And, to conclude, he is a lying knave.
Who have you offended that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable was too cunning to be understood. What is your offence?
Sweet prince, look no farther to thine answer. I have deceived even your very eyes. For your wisdoms could not discover these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady Hero. And how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. And how you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have on record, which I'd rather repeat over to my shame than... The lady is dead, upon mine and my master's false accusation. Briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison while he uttered it.
But did my brother set you onto this?
Yea, paid me richly for the practice of it.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled he is upon this villainy.
Hero. Now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Women. Come, bring away the plaintiff. By this time the sexton hath reformed Signorina of the matter. Oh, and masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass. Oh!
Which be the villain? Let me lay eyes upon him.
You know your wronger. Look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath killed my innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so. Thou beliest thyself. Here are a pair of honourable men. I thank you, lords, for my daughter's death. recorded as one of your high and worthy deeds, if you bethinks yourself of it. Ah.
My lord, I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose on me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin, yet sinned I not but in mistaking.
Upon my soul nor I. And yet to satisfy this good old man, I will bend under any heavy weight that he will enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live, that were impossible. But I pray you possess the people here in Apollo Bay, how innocent my child died. And if your love can labour aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph, hang it upon her tomb. Sing it to her bones, sing it to her tonight. And tomorrow morning come ye to my house. And since you cannot be my son-in-law, yet be my nephew. For my brother has a daughter who is the copy of the child that died. And she alone is the heir to both of us. Give her the honour you should have given my daughter, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I embrace your offer and dispose henceforth of poor Claudia.
So I shall expect your coming tomorrow. Tonight I take my leave. As for this naughty man, he shall come face to face with Margaret, who I believe is packed in all of this, hired to by your brother.
No, by my soul, sir, she was not. Nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me, but has always been just and fair in anything I do know by her.
Moreover, sir, which is not under white and the black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. Ass. Oh, yes, ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment.
I thank you for your honest care and pains, neighbour.
Ah, well, your reverend speaks like a most worshipful and honest youth. You have most excellent silverware, and I praise God for you.
This is for thy pains, neighbour. I thank thee.
God save the foundation.
I discharge ye of the plaintiff, and I thank thee.
Well, I leave an arrant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself, for the example of others.
Yes, good neighbour. Thank you. Partake of sustenance at my house.
Oh, well, God keep your worship.
Yes.
Come, neighbour. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. Oh, and a merry meeting be wished. God prohibit it.
Yes, good neighbour. Until tomorrow morning, then.
We will not fail you.
Come.
Tonight, I will mourn with Hero. Is this the monument of Signor Leonato?
It is, my lord.
Done to death by slanderous tongues, is the hero that here lies. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death, glorious fate. Hang now there upon the tomb, praising her when I am dumb. Now unto thy bones good night. Dearly will I do this right.
Come, let us hence and put on other weeds.
And Hymen now with luckier issue speeds than this for whom we rendered up this woe.
Roses are red, violets are Leatrice. There was a young man called Benedict who had a... Same word twice. Hey, diddle diddle! Diddle diddle. Pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hand by helping me to this speech of Beatrice.
Beatrice. Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
Oh, in so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it, for in most comely truth, thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me, why shall I always keep below stairs?
My wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth it catches.
And yours as blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit and hurt not.
Ah, most manly wit, Margaret. It will not hurt a lady, so I pray thee, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
If you use them, Margaret, you must put in the pikes with a vice, and they are dangerous weapons for maids.
I will call Beatrice to you, who I think have legs.
And therefore will come.
The God of love that sits above and knows me, knows me, knows me, knows me. How beautiful I deserve.
I mean in singing. But in loving, Leander the good swimmer, Troilus the first employer of panders, and a whole bookful of these quondam carpetmongers, whose names yet run smoothly in the even road of a blank verse, why, they were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme for lady, but baby, innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot show it in festival terms. Wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, senor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then 'tis spoken. Fare you well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudia.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome, therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense, so forcible as thy words. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must very shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. And I pray thee now, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintained so politic a state of evil that they would not allow any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epitaph. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me and men. And there I will leave you too, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle's. Yonder's all coil at home. It is proved my lady hero has been falsely accused. The Prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all who have fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you come with me to mine uncle, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle.
Come on.
I come here today to fix wedding prolonged, to right things for hero that was previously wronged. So what's it with friars in a Shakespeare play? I mean, they mean all the best, but it ends in dismay. But not on my shift. We'll have smiles and laughter. And if I get my way, a happy ever after. Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So were the Prince and Claudio, who accused her in error of what you heard debated. And also Margaret was in some way to blame for this, though against her will, as it appears in all the true answers of questions.
Well, I'm glad all things sort so well.
And so am I, having else by fate to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it. Come. Daughter, withdraw to the chamber, and when I send for you, come hither, master. Prince and Claudio promised on this hour to visit me. Friar, you know your office. You are to be father to my brother's daughter and marry her to young Claudio, huh?
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Good friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
Oh, to do what, Signor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Truth it is, good Signor, your niece does regard me with an eye of favour.
That I, my daughter, did give to her, it is very true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
Well, that eye you got from me, from Claudio and the Prince. What be your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your good will may stand with ours, together this day, to be conjoined in the state of honourable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
No.
Signor Benedict, I am afraid your will is to my liking. I had you.
And mine too. Oh, here come the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Do you intend this day to marry my brother's daughter? Here, the fire is ready. Sweet beauty.
Which is the lady I am to seize upon?
The same as she. And I do give you her.
Well, then she is mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No! Not till you have taken her hand and swear before this friar to marry her.
Give me your hand. before this holy friar, I am your husband, if you like to stop me.
When I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero!
Oh, nothing, Sansa! One hero died defiled, but I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero. The hero that was dead. She dies, my lord, while her slander lives.
All this amazement can I qualify. When after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel. Let us presently.
That's something fair, Friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why then, your uncle and the Prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
No, no more than reason.
But then my cousin Hero and Margaret are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense. Thank you.
Cousin, I know you do love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her, for here is a paper written by his hand. Pure brain, fashioned to be
To me. Oh, and well, here's another.
A miracle. Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this day, I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this great day I yield under great persuasion and partly to save your life.
Please, I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I tell thee what, Prince, a college of witcrackers cannot flout me out of my humour. Do you think I care for a satire or an epigram? No. If a man will be beaten with brains, I shall wear nothing handsome about it. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I shall think nothing against any purpose the world can say against it. Therefore never flout at me for what I have said against marriage. For man is a giddy thing, and that is my conclusion. As for thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman. Live unbruised and love my cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, and that I might have puzzled thee out of a single life to make thee a double dealer, which in question thou wilt be if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly.
Come, we are friends! Let's have a dance here we are married, so that we may lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels!
Let's have dancing afterwards.
First of my word! Thou! Oh, Prince! Oh, thou art sad. Get thee a wife! Get thee a wife! There's no staff more reverend than one sip with horn!
Dirty man coming through!
My lord! Your brother John is ta'en in flight and brought with kinky handcuffs back to Polo Bay.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers!
Right.
Well, I must now relieve you of your post. You have been a most excrement watch, and you are conceived of your duty. As for you, where's I taking you?
Jail.
Oh, that's right, to the jail with you!
When do we do it now?
Yes! We go to the...
Over there.
Yes, right, thank you!
So what did I tell you? I knew it would work. As pride is a sin, I'll try hide my smirk. Happy are they that find their soul mate. The wrongs have been righted and 'twas not too late. Leonato's family has been happily extended. Benedict's bachelor ways abruptly ended. And so is our journey. No, indeed, I'm not bluffing. I'm sure you'll agree. 'Twas much ado about nothing.
Qué bonitos ojos tienes, debajo de esas dos cejas, debajo de esas dos cejas, qué bonitos ojos tienes. Ellos me quieren mirar, pero si tú no los dejas, pero si tú no los dejas, ni siquiera parpadear. Malagueña, salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa. yo te concedo razón si por pobre me desprecias. Yo no te ofrezco riquezas, te ofrezco mi corazón, te ofrezco mi corazón a cambio de mi pobreza. Malagueña, salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa.